Hello, grade six. Welcome to Monday, December 13th. This is our final week of online learning before the holiday break, and we are going to spend this time kind of reflecting and closing out the unit. You've already submitted a lot of work last week, and so I want to take this time to kind of reflect and answer our compelling question deeply, and then you'll have an opportunity to present through Flipgrid to talk about the work that you did and to also to interact with your peers both in various time zones and those in your own time zone. So let's go ahead and get started for Monday to make sure you have enough time to answer today's question. So our compelling question for this unit has been, how is a civilization similar to a bicycle tire? So you're going to answer that question today. Our objective this week is that you can share and expand on the seven spokes of civilization through detailed explanations and conversations with your peers. And so we're going to do a portion of that today. You're going to watch this video, and then a few people who have communicated well with Miss Jones and Miss Carnes, and some people who maybe didn't communicate so well, are missing a few assignments. And so I want to give a reminder right now that if you have any missing work from last week, that you take the time, you use your classwork time today, and you get it submitted. So just a nice reminder to kind of be reflective about what you were able to accomplish last week, and make sure that you get your work submitted if you still need to do that for whatever reason that may be. And then the other must do is a Google question today, which should take you some time to do. So I want to make sure that you have ample time to get that done. So you're going to see a question today, which is just through the same way we've been answering questions on a daily basis about, what you're wondering about. This one is, how are ancient civilizations and bicycle tires similar? So it's been our compelling question throughout the unit. And then you're going to answer this question in your own words, trying to be as descriptive as possible. For example, one way to be descriptive is to use examples from the civilization that you researched to compare and contrast um, that civilization with a bicycle tire. I would say it needs to be a minimum of 5 sentences. It can't just be 1 or 2 sentences because that doesn't show any deep thinking. So I think one thing to do when we ask you to be descriptive and we ask you to think critically about something, we should give you some cues and reminders. So I put a slide right here to walk you through a few things to think about as you answer this question. So, we've talked so much about these related concepts of cooperation and significance within this unit. I want you to think about that in the culture that you studied. So, where did you see cooperation? Where did you see significance? And how can you use that evidence to answer this question? I also want you to think about what makes a bicycle tire function, what makes a civilization function. Why do bicycle tires even exist? What makes a tire needed or necessary? And how do we benefit from the existence of tires? So I want you to think about all of those things as you try to decide, okay, how am I going to answer this question? And I forgot to put this on here, but I'll go back and add it to the slides. I want you to perhaps use the sentence stem by restating the question in your answer. So I would maybe start my answer by saying, bicycle tires and civilizations are similar in that, and then I would start answering. Okay. And so everyone's answer will look different because everybody, or not everyone, but many people studied many different civilizations. So I would like for you to answer that question on the Google question form. Okay. So your checklist for today is much shorter than it has been. So you're going to watch the video. You're doing that now. Make sure all that your work has been submitted. And then you're going to answer that Google Classroom question. And then I have the link to CNN 10 here. So you should be able to click on this link here. Okay. So that is your work for today. So let me just show you in Google Classroom under today's work. I've moved everything old underneath the unit. All that's left is the turn in, because a few people did need to turn that in. And then today's video and resources, so video and slides, and then here's the question here, okay? So why don't you go ahead and get started?